Good morning, I'm Clint Griffiths. USDA has ordered the testing of all milk from dairy cattle before they're moved across state lines. The new mandate, an effort to try and stop the spread of avian flu in dairy cattle. Ag Day's Michelle Rook continues to cover this developing story for us. And Michelle, you talked with one researcher about what they're doing to help solve the mysteries surrounding H5N1.
Clinton, the U.S. dairy industry and the regulatory system are gearing up for increased testing of milk to detect H5N1 in dairy cattle following USDA's federal order. However, the scientists in the labs that are studying the virus and will be testing for and monitoring it say they're learning something new every day. Researchers continue to look for answers regarding the H5N1 virus, including why it targets lactating dairy cattle and the animal's mammary glands.
It seems to be hitting late lactation, mid to late lactation cattle a little harder than fresh cows, and then also older cows more than younger cows. And infectious diseases usually it would be the opposite. We think of younger animals without as much immunity to pathogens, and then also fresh cows from an immunocompromised standpoint would be affected.
While they've identified the symptoms of the virus, there are also cows that are asymptomatic.
From a clinical standpoint, clinically affected cows have a decrease in milk production, decreased feed intake, and there certainly seems to be some evidence, some good evidence for some cattle that don't undergo those clinical signs while they are dealing with an infection.
That is why virus fragments showed up in pasteurized milk, but yet the milk is still safe.
The pasteurization process renders pathogens inactive, but it doesn't remove them from the milk.
He says another mystery is how the virus is being spread, and that's why USDA is requiring increased milk testing.
The labs that are involved in testing are working hard to try to develop tools and develop confidence in the tools that we have to monitor animals, to appropriately assess their infection status, if they are currently infected or if they were previously infected.
These tools provide confidence, but there are still unanswered questions.
From a transmission standpoint, how is this getting into cattle? How is this getting to the mammary gland? And how is it moving between these sites?
H5N1 has not been found in beef cattle, but he says it can't be ruled out.
Admittedly, there hasn't been a lot of testing with it, but we also haven't identified a similar syndrome that was identified in dairy cows.
And the virus has also not been detected in meat, but Magstad says H5N1 is a weak virus that's easily killed with cooking, and that means the risk to the food supply remains low. I'm Michelle Rook reporting for Ag Day.